Hello, everybody. Welcome back here. Another Astrogravitational report. Today I did the full moon report. But I also look at some videos that I did before. And talking about today, I'm going to actually shows you a few days ago I did one important video, which is set 4 p.m. And looking at about this, you gonna find out why I'm saying it to you at 4 p.m. I'm gonna show you in the mid of the video. I'm gonna show you some charts about what happens in the full moon, talking about at 4 p.m. in there. But the current energy that today is you coming out of the shadow. This is kind of like the last squeeze of the shadow that's gonna be coming out. The sun is gonna be moving into Sag. That is the authority expressing itself. You may gonna find out of a lot of people who's been silent lately. They're gonna begin to talk. They're gonna desire for communications. You may be gonna have desire for communications. Something that happened within this Scorpio season because it's ending. Now you're expressing. But talking about this 4 p.m., if you haven't watched the video about the 4 p.m., this video is also attached into the energies of that spatial report, what happened in the past, but also into the full moon report. This 4 p.m. in the next few days, it's gonna be kind of like trigger. You're gonna see the trigger because later on, I'm talking about at night, you're gonna be kind of like a working out that trigger. The question is when you see it. So, with that being said, guys, I'm gonna give you the chart up here. Go now. Here is. We are talking about 7 o'clock energies. As you see it right in here, the ascendant is at 23 degrees. We have the sun at 29 degrees, and Mars is at 28 degrees. On this side, we have the moon that is going to be joining with Neptune, talking about this angel wings. You're going to see something about those angel wings when I'm talking to you about 4 p.m. And look at it within those energies. What happened there when the moon was together with Saturn was triggered. And you're going to see that that triggers from now on into the full moon and pretty much a little bit after is going to be about, oh man, somebody doesn't want me to talk about fears. Maybe it's me also. Yeah, blockages. Yeah, those are the blockages because of, as you see it, the moon and Mercury have this square down below. Talking about Mercury, Mercury is about the expressions, but are you going to be expressing fully the shadow, the things that happen within you? Are you going to face this vulnerability? Are you going to be free yourself up with those fears and not worry how the people going to accept you or not? The people going to go ahead and accept us who you are and they're going to go on, keep on going, or they're going to reject you. That is the real power of the vulnerability in there. You not to worry about this, you to express yourself that way. The free personality from within yourself is becomes free. So talking about those hours later on, as you see that energy there is shifts pretty much repeating the things in the past few days in there, talking about this balance. Your balance is going to be asking in there about 8 o'clock, and during that energies of 8 o'clock, please look at what in yourself, what you're saying, especially if you're at work. It is like, well, we're not growing. You guys should think about more about us. You think more about people, about, and so on and so on. But at the same time, look in yourself. Are you growing? Are you maturing in there? Because when you're maturing, can you tell the people how to mature? You actually maturing within yourself, or you talking in out of a place and space where you heal something from within you, you mature, and now you give it to people. So sometimes, these communications that's gonna be coming out right now at Satch, they're gonna be exactly about this. But the difference is between healed and give, and you actually feeling what you need to do and tell the other people to do it, but you're not doing it yourself. What is that? So that is a part of these energies that are gonna comes in. But in the next hour at 9 o'clock, your focus will be the love, doing everything with love. Right now, the love is in the menu pretty much because the world needs a lot of love. You need a lot of love. You need to understand the proper love, not the love that you were. And that is a one thing of the shadow that's gonna be coming out is like you're fully understanding about the power of love. Because the love that you know, it's coming from what? It's coming from what you know, what you saw, what you read, what you accept as love. But do you know what the real love is? Good questions, right? So, talking about that within the next hour, you're going to be triggered. That is going to be the ascendant that is at Sag that's going to be squaring the moon. It's like, I don't want to see this. I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to be getting into this. No, you do have to talk about this. No, you do have to say this. Though you do have to look these limitations. Oh, yeah, you do have to win this power within yourself, finding this power of courage to be who you are. Stop hiding within the shadows. Stop being doing the things underneath the surface. Because you do things on the surface. Everyone does things in the surface. And all you do is living fake life. And that's what the Scorpio season is about. To expose the fakenesses of the world and the life that we are living in. But at the same time, what is your part with all this, with in yourself? So, talking about later on at 11 o'clock, Midheaven is at a mid of Scorpio is going to be opposing Uranus. So you're going to see this Scorpio Taurus situations like the universe doesn't don't think. If the universe doesn't allow you, there is a reason for it. But if you have the love and you have the proper communications there, the universe is open for you. The universe is never closed. It's working 24/7. Question is, are you working 24/7? You should not work 24/7, but you should doing the proper thinking process within yourself. So when you sleep, you sleep. When you go in this blissful sleep patterns inside of you, you sleep. When you work, you work. When you love, you love. When you cook, you cook. Get it? Got it? Good. I like you guys. So, talking about that energy, that is it about doing the work. As you see the ascendant, the Capricorn, that's what they ask. Perfectionism at work. But if you look at it inside of you, that is the perfections that you should do in things. Thinking about it, the perfections that you're performing of the things that you love, or the perfections that you're following within work. Why don't apply these perfections on all the rest of the area of your life? You'll find secrets for yourself from within. And that is those secrets that were in that Scorpio season there. So talking about noon, the midheaven, it's together pretty much with the sun, and it's gonna be trigger the limits, the fears, the all kinds of this limitations inside of you. But it's the same time, the limitations they show you cannot go that route. You have to expand. You have to grow. You have to mature. You have to be vulnerable. You have to take the authority to a whole new level. Divine energies there with Jupiter, spiritual growth from within yourself so you can learn what love is. Do everything with love. Whoops. It is what it is. And if you look at the diagram here, those that blue energies right here, you're gonna see them later on at 4 p.m. what I'm talking about in a little bit. And this is kind of like a preview you to see the things that needs to be. But at the same time, the ascendant, it is the beginning of the first degrees of Aquarius. What do you have there? That is going to help you. The new energies is going to be help you to trigger all this. As you see these energies here rising in the horizon. Yes, they're rising on the horizon, but you're working with this. Have you changed for this? If you have not changed, Pluto is coming there. The effects of Pluto over the Aquarius in the past few years has been very powerful, but in the next 2 years, he's gonna be going there permanently. And that this energy is gonna be repeating itself for the next quite a few years, I would say. And if you're not dealing with these issues right now, what are you gonna do the next year, and so on and so on. All right. Talking about the next hour, which is that's going to be at 1 p.m. That is going to be this energies of the ascendant is at the end of Aquarius, but it's going to be squaring Mars and the authority. Don't go in there with everything. You guys, when you push too much for things to be done and get that rebellion and so on, anyone thinks to happen so fast, talking about the Aquarius impatience, that triggers the Scorpios, hey, look within yourself, you should have done this and this, and blah, blah, blah. And then what happened is the Scorpio have not processed the emotions because he looks in his shadow, then the Scorpio blows up. Don't try those energies at home. Don't try those energies specifically at work in there. Just because if you are a kind of like a supervisor or above positions, and you put that energies towards people, that's gonna passing. For example, you're the boss, you're the owner, and that energy in the meeting there goes in and pass it on. It's going to pass into the bosses, to the leaders, to the supervisors, to all the workers. And that is going to be nightmares. Okay. Simply because that energy, it is about authority. Take a look at your authority. How does it go in there? You already see this angel wings before. It's coming right in here. But this site is not that kind of like yet that much powerful. So, talking about in the next hour, if you doing the work right, and if you do this energies properly, you're gonna be triggered that certain people will not gonna agree with you. Basically, these perfections that you're currently seeking in there, and that is gonna come in as the moon is preparing to go and move into Aries. The moon wants to end this cycle. But with the ending of this cycle in there, that energy of the moon trining Mars and the sun is going to be bringing out like, okay, here is, you went through this, you went through your dark night of the soul, you went through this darkness from within, you went through this dark period of life. It's time to rise up. It's time to shine up. It's time to go move up. It's time to keep on going. It's time to get up. And that energy, you're going to feel it today, but you're also going to feel it first thing in the morning. So, talking about this, the next hour at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, as you see, the energies are more synchronized in there. But as I spoke about this yesterday, don't mix the work with love. Work is work, love is love, but don't take the love as a work. But if you do the work with love, then everything is gonna be okay. And that is the one thing needs to be learned from the Capricorn. They're the public servants. This is the policeman. He serves the public. He's the fireman. He serves the public. The doctor serves the public. the lawyer, the presidents, the political parties, everything goes in there, in that Capricorn. There is a good and a bad cop always. There is a good and a bad doctor. There is a good and a whatever. However you choosing it in there within. But talking about this is that energy is going to be triggered to grow. All right? Because through experience into practice, you learn to go balanced. You're not good, you're not bad. You're just doing the things that you came here on earth. And talking about this 4 o'clock energy, as you see it right here in your chart, probably you're seeing it in there. That triangle right here, that the red triangle looks like a little bit like a pyramid. As you see it, Saturn is on the top right here. Midheaven and goes into Pluto, and that energy right here, it shows you those angel wings. As you pay attention in there is this ascendant with Sag, and the sun, it is just about walked within the first 5 minutes within Sagittarius. But those rising energies here at 4 o'clock, you see it, they are going to be powerful enough. The divine energies between Venus and Mercury, it is about to work with the universe. And when we're talking about this angel wings, when I talk to you for quite a few about this is going to show you where the synchronicity is and what it prevents you to fly. This is basically when you get off of the cocoon, you gotta spread your wings. But if the wings are not spread out and you're trying to fly, you have to learn to mature. You have to learn to grow. You have to wait for investments to grow, to reinvest it. You have to learn. The relationship have to grow in order to mature. You have to be ready in order to mature and take responsibility. And that is one of the main things that this is going to come in. And now, since we are here at 4 o'clock, I'm going to be showing that in the next day, which is 23rd. That energy is going to be present again itself. As you pay attention, the moon is right in here. That is within Aries together with Chiron. That is about tomorrow. Talking about in the next day, in the next day, as you see it here, that's a 4 o'clock ascendant, and the moon is right here with the North Node. That energy is going to keep repeating itself over and over at that hours until right in here. That's a 4 o'clock in the afternoon. As you see it, the moon is together with the ascendant. And we're talking about these limitations. And I was doing the report of the full moon. I'm talking about the 27th. It's 5 days from now. That energy is going to be coming into you. Very, very powerful. And as I said right here, this is going to be a midheaven that's going to be at Aquarius at the 4 degrees, helping you to seek the new. The question is what do you do? If you have something in Aquarius and at those degrees, I'm talking about the first 11 degrees in there, and if you have something within the last like 26th degree and up of Capricorn, you're gonna feel those energies. I'm talking about 7 degrees offset, and on both sides, you're gonna feel this powerful energy that it's gonna work and resolve the conflicts. But if you look at the conflicts, they were explained back at the full moon report. All right, so let's go back into to today. That 4 o'clock energy is gonna be coming to tell you, to give you this boost, the power of the new beginning, these expressions. And this is the same way like the butterfly is expressing her life as it spread its wings. But she cannot spread its wings until they're not dries out, until they're not perfectly strength, until she's not ready. But you can become that person, get off of that cocoon, come out of the shadow of the Scorpio, and you to understand that this process of the full moon right now that is going to be, it is about this. You to learn to wait for the things to unfold, your wings to be unfold and spreads out within you first, and then with the rest of the world. All right. So talking about these energies later on at 5 o'clock, they're gonna be different. Of course, you're gonna facing these communications issues. And talking about the moon is at already 29 degrees 49 minutes. She's about to get this energy of I need the new beginning. I gotta end this. Something has to end. And what does that gotta do with this? Energies. If you look at it here, this is Mercury, and Mercury is opposing the ascendant. There is a at Gemini. It's talking about you to stop not talking about the things that is important. You to start doing the right things that is supposed to be. Because right now the intuition, authority, and the warrior, they're all working together under the power of Pluto, the deep, deep transformations that it was done. What are you going to see? Are you going to find your limitations, or are you going to be finding these powers of you to transform from cocoon to a butterfly? You're fearing to become a butterfly? Take a look within you. You're going to know about it. And we're talking about later on, it has been in the past few days. It's all about the family energies in there. The moon is already at Aries. You may gonna expressing that you want things in the family. Be mindful about that energy, by the way. And I'll tell you why. When you make a shift, a general shift, you trying to mold it, that energy in the family. It's like, we should take this new road. We have done this wrong, wrong, wrong. And from now on, we're going to do it like that way. So basically, going from one extreme to another without explaining the whole process, why we have to go that way. And you need to understand that the people have time to shift, not like pushing and rushing, especially within the family. And that is gonna be of did you transform your personality in there, deep transformations from within to understand. You have to allow your family members that also have to be spread their wings. If they beginning a new cycle, you have to understand why you're doing this as an authority. It's the same thing. If you take on your authority within yourself, people have to understand what happened to you. But little by little, step by step. Not with this firing moon that is gonna comes in, is gonna trigger that. But taking you use this energy, intuitions, authority, and the warrior within yourself with the compassion. Okay? That primary compassion of I got reborn. I'm here to be in this world so I can be reborn myself, so everyone can be reborn. Everyone can be their true self. All right, so we're talking about the next hour. The energies is, of course, is still gonna be focused in there, but as I said, you gotta be careful with those triggers about family, because if you forcing your views, you're gonna trigger the energy of like, well, there is no love; it's only orders. The authority cannot just order things. There's gotta be something more. You have to be more soft, more compassion, more caring, more communicative, like expressions and so on. Who's doing the expressions now? Mercury. Mercury, there is at Sag. But Mercury has a square with the moon and Neptune. the wrong messages, the wrong ideas, the wrong situations in there. It's not going to lead you to that proper maturity under the divine. But if you're doing the proper energies, as you see it, it's kind of like a pretty much like a pentagram right here, as you see it between the green lines and this mid-heaven ascendant energy. That is a when you're gonna be connecting the god, the dots of its goddess energies, because Uranus right here, he is in the top of this pentacle in there. And you're gonna find out that energies later on that are gonna become Zen within the next few hours. Talking about this energies, when the ascendant goes, it Cancer is going to trigger that beautiful trine here with the moon and the sun. And interesting energies there is that if you look, the sun, it's over at the sun, it's at the 15 minutes right here within the Sag. The moon, it is already at 1 degree and 35 minutes within areas that's fire energy. But Mars, it's still at 28 degrees of Scorpio. Ascendant is at 27, pretty much 28 degrees of Scorpio. We're talking about fire and water learned to build the world on Earth, and doing that in there. What happens when the fiery energy of the volcano and the oceans meet? They create Earth. And where is the Earth? Pluto, which is right now is at Capricorn. It's right in here on the descendant. And it's tell the final result of this energy is what are you creating on Earth? Are you seeking the perfections, or are you just gonna live your life on Earth as a family? All right, so talking about the next hour, which is at 9 o'clock. I know this report kind of like can get a little bit longer, but it is what it is. Hopefully that's helping you in there. As you see it, that energies here, that it's coming. I was talking to you about this Uranus energy that it comes in and rise up. So currently that energy is pouring down to Mercury, because the soul is going to tell you what you need to do and what you need to say, what you have to express within. But you gotta be mature to do this, and the ascendant may trigger that maturity, because the ascendant, I'm talking about the squaring here between Jupiter and the ascendant. It is about, are you spiritually mature enough to do it, to find this? And if you don't have it, you're gonna receive a very special power. We are talking about Mars and divine energies with Jupiter. If you find your divine masculine powers to end up the BS in life and said, finally, I'm done with this secretivity in life, because this secretivity in life destroying my life. Yeah, it is what that is. So talking about the next hour, which is 10 o'clock p.m., as you see it, Uranus is right here on the top of that energy in there. You're going to see it in the next hour, because that's going to be when a midheaven is going to come in. And see this ascendant right here. That is what some of you are going to do. You're going to stand against the universe. You're going to feel those deep energies like going against the flow. While the visions of the divine, while the talk of the communications, and while the love is all about to help you out. What are you going to do? And that is it about you to pass limitations, pass the blockages. Some of those blockages, they may be heavy, because Saturn in Pisces, oh my God, he is strong. I mean, he is suppressing the mysteries, he is suppressing the stuff, he's suppressing you to create a confusions in there, because you're not aware of what your limitations you need to look, and you're trying to do something which is the authority and the warrior, and nothing works. Why? He's going to tell you at 4 o'clock p.m. in the next few days. So, talking about later on at 11 o'clock, as you pay attention, as I said, midheaven is going to be with Uranus. Did you pay attention? What happened a few hours ago? Now, the universe, it goes and helps you out to mature. Ascendant is the last degrees of Leo. Hopefully, throughout the Leo season, you practice and now what you learn at the Leo season in there, and you did your transformations, you have your new beginnings begin, you're ready for the new beginning, you're okay with the internal warriors within you, and you stop that war within yourself. As you pay attention at 4 o'clock, the triangle right here was on the top from the ascendant that was at Gemini. In there right now, the triangle goes down in the bottom. Pay attention how you go to bed. Are you going with the worries, with the pressures, with the fear about the future? Or are you going with the flow of the universe and have a peace and a blissful state? All right, guys, that's what I'm leaving you with. Thank you guys for some watching, and come back tomorrow for another astrogravitational report, guys. Be love.